Hey everyone, how you doing? It is me, Tim. Good to be reading The Dow People's Christmas by Anne M. Martin and Laura Godwin. In an old Victorian doll house in the corner of Kate Palmer's room lived Annabel Dow and her Victorian family. Ma, Pa, Uncle Dow, Auntie Sarah, Bobby, Baby Betsy, and Nanny, who was the nanny to the three Dow children. Annabelle was fragile and timid and very relieved that Kate kept her room and Dow house tidy and orderly. Annabelle liked her bed just so, and her house just so, and her life just so. Down the hall in the room belonging to Kate's little sister Nora was a modern dollhouse made of plastic where Tiffany Funcraft lived with her modern plastic family. Mom, Dad, Bailey, and baby Brittany. Tiffany was sturdy and adventurous. She was grateful that Nora was wild and noisy, and that she kept her room and the Funcraft's house a mess. Messy, 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 Tiffany would explain, just the way I like things. Annabelle and Tiffany were different, and they were best friends. They were both interested in the world of the humans, but understood what it meant to lead lives that must be kept secret. No moving about when a human might see you, the adults would remind them. Nighttime was the best time because the humans were asleep. The dolls didn't have to be quiet, so careful. There was just one problem. The captain, who was not a captain at all but a cat. The captain caused trouble day and night. Every year, Annabelle looked forward to Christmas. This year, the Funcrafts, who were new dolls, would celebrate the holiday for the very first time. I'm going to show Tiffany the perfect Christmas, Annabelle said to Auntie Sarah. Annabelle was so very old that she had celebrated more than 100 Christmases in the doll house. So she knew what made Christmas perfect. Singing carols with her family, admiring the presents, watching Kate decorate the room just so, and waiting to see the final ornament, the angel on top of the tree. No, December 15th was decorating day. Down from the Palmer's attic came the box of decorations for Annabelle's house. The wreath for the door, the wrapping packages, the cards, the candles, the gingerbread cookies. Kate unwrapped each item and set it in the familiar place. I wish Tiffany could see this, Annabelle whispered. Mama Dow gave her a stern look, and Annabelle closed her mouth. At least Kate unwrapped the tree. For time for tinsels, Annabelle thought. Time for lights. Time for my favorite ornament of all. Kate unwrapped the angel. It wasn't her fault that she dropped it. It was just one of those things that happens. Annabelle cried slightly. Kate cried loudly. "Don't worry, Grandma," Katie said. Or Catherine said. "Your mother is out shopping right now. She can buy another angel." "It won't be the same," thought Annabelle. "It won't be the same," said Kate. It was even worse than Annabelle had imagined. "I'm sorry," said Kate's mother. When she came home, they were out of angels. "But there's nothing for the top of the tree," thought Annabelle. "But there's nothing for the top of the tree," wailed Kate. That is when Annabelle knew Christmas was ruined. That night, Annabelle glared at the tree. It wasn't right. She explained to Tiffany, "We're supposed to have an angel on the top. Why? Because we always do." Annabelle said, "Mama," gently, "sometimes things change," but Annabelle didn't want anything about her perfect Christmas to change. On December 24th, something unexpected happened. "Time for a Christmas Eve visit," said Nora. She snuck into Kate's room with the fun crafts and 8 plastic cows. A Christmas Eve visit. Perfect, thought Annabelle. But not one thing about the visit was perfect. Kate was not happy to see what her sister had done. "Nora, how many times have I told you to leave my dollhouse alone? Put everything back right now." "No," said Nora. "Yes," said Kate. She gathered up the cows. "Wait," said Nora. "I have an idea." She began to whisper to her sister. The next thing Annabelle knew, she was collapsed in Kate's hand. Annabelle peered through Kate's fingers. She had never left the house at Christmas before. Lights everywhere, decorations everywhere. The Palmer's house sparkled and twinkled. Annabelle's heart beat faster. The dolls were on a Christmas adventure. Annabelle felt herself being placed gently on the floor. "We'll be right back, dollies," cried Kate. Annabelle slid her eyes to the right and left. She saw a gingerbread house. She saw cards and cookies and candles. She saw an important tall tree with an angel, a proper angel on top. "They have an angel," Annabelle whispered crossly to Tiffany. "A perfect, not messed up Christmas tree with an angel on top." Kate and Nora returned with a basket of art supplies. They finished a beard for Papa Dow and gave him candy cane for a staff. They taped paper wings on Mama Funcraft and Auntie Sarah and Annabelle. They stuck cotton balls at the rest of the dolls. So many angels, so many sheep, said Nora. You're going to stay here, dolls, added Kate, so you can wake up in a cratchy on Christmas morning. Annabelle stared around the stable in despair. She was going to miss Christmas in the dollhouse for the first time in her very long life. Darkness fell. Annabelle could feel excitement in Kate's house. See you on Christmas, Kate whispered to her dolls. This is wrong, Annabelle said when the house was quiet. Completely, entirely wrong. How can I show you a perfect Christmas now? How we can see Christmas right here, replied Tiffany. Let's explore. Annabelle and Tiffany crept around the room, examining the cookies for Santa and poking at the presents under the tree. Too bad these presents aren't for us, said Tiffany. What's that noise? Whispered Annabelle suddenly. Something large and furry swept by Annabelle. The captain! Run! Cried Tiffany, and she scooted under the couch. Annabelle ran, but the captain's paws caught her dress and sent her sliding across the floor. The captain leaped up in the air. He swatted at the ornaments on the tree. Then he flew to the back of the couch and perched there, eyes wide and tail twitching. Annabelle, leaning against a present under the tree, watched the captain and dared not move. She looked up through the green branches and shimmering ornaments. Across the room, Annabelle's family and her friends gathered nervously outside the table. Uncle Dow wrung his hands. Into the silence came a sound different from one before. A small thump on the roof. The captain jumped to the floor and galloped from the room. Annabelle and Tiffany ran to each other, clasped hands, and scurried back to the gatchy. Mama Dow pulled Annabelle close. Annabelle heard rustling above her. She heard the branches of the tree swishing. Then the noise stopped and the house grew quiet again. Annabelle dared to turn around. Tiffany, the stockings are full, and there's one for you. Will they star for our tree? Whispered Annabelle. But you wanted an angel, said Tiffany. An angel to make your Christmas perfect. Annabelle thought about the cows on the roof and the Christmas visit gone wrong. She thought about the broken angel and the captain and spending the night in the Palmer's living room. Then she thought about the Gatchy and the stuffed stockings and spending Christmas Eve with her best friends. I think, said Annabelle, that I had the perfect Christmas after all. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed me reading the Dow People's Christmas. And if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And share this video with anyone that you know that has little ones that might enjoy a story time. And I want to say thanks for stopping by. And vlog is over.